Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today it's the first time you're here with me at my desk. I finally figured out a way how to record with the tripod I have available, and while I personally don't really like the angle I am able to film at the moment, I think it's quite cute and nice for the start. As you can see, I am painting a little pink snake today, and I hope to be able to put the reference on screen. It's very different to my usual works, and I even restricted my color palette for it, and I hope you enjoy the process. I don't know yet if I will put the footage in as a speed paint or as real-time footage, but anyways. Today I want to talk about something that is in relation to my last video. If you haven't seen that yet, make sure to check that out, but I think you can't understand this video without it too. You should at least. But just for further clarification if you're interested. But as discussed, I am currently stuck in Artblock and even in some sort of loss of passion and overall joy towards art, or at least making it, and especially painting and drawing and all of that. There are various reasons to why that is. My graduation and final exams, the thing with Instagram we all know, seasonal depression, the recent death of our beloved cat, and just the whole situation that is going on in the world right now. It's just very demotivating and taking away all my leftover energy to be actually creating stuff. I think that a lot of people can actually relate and feel this way during especially the darker months of the year, and the question about how to fix art block, artist depression, or just the lack of motivation to create is often asked, especially in those times. For me personally, I am currently trying to let go of any expectations towards my art. You know, keeping my art style recognizable and producing conventionally pretty artwork. I am trying to just paint what seems fun to me, playing around with different styles and motifs, instead of thinking, does this fit to me and my style? I ask myself whether or not it's fun to make and just care less about others. This is why I am also painting more lineless animal portraits, like the snake, again, instead of only painting the generic bust-up frontal profile watercolor illustration of a woman that fits the generic beauty standard. I am trying different motifs because it's fun. Because I just want to play again and break out of my usual patterns. I also wanted to try out my most hated medium again, oil pastels, and I even recorded some of the process already and hope to put out that video soon because it was actually quite fun. Frustrating, but fun. But coming back to the topic, I'm just trying out stuff that I restricted myself to do the recent time. Everything I would have liked to create but didn't, because I thought I would have to stick to a certain thing. Which honestly is sad, because my art used to be so versatile. I did a little bit of everything, and now, especially if you look at my Instagram profile for example, everything just looks so bland and boring to me, because it just seems all the same. Talking about Instagram, I decided to go on an indefinite hiatus after the death of our family cat. It's very hard for me actually, because this cat was in fact older than me and I spent my whole life with her so far, and I just want to take my time and be mindful about it and have a healthy mourning process, and I believe that hustling on Instagram could disturb that. I already have to struggle through my exam prep with this whole situation, so we cut out Instagram. Currently, I'm also making some ACO and artist trading cards again to have some connection to the community and some social interaction in general, and receive some love towards my art again, because I'm just always so happy to see that people want to trade with me or actually buy my cards. And I definitely recommend looking into that scene if you're lacking to find fun in art right now. Like they're really small in size actually, and you can finish them in a day or two depending on what you want to create. We have a little German forum dedicated towards trading and little events. And of course, I don't know if you have a virtual place in your language or country dedicated to artist trading cards, but if you do, it's definitely worth checking out. I also try to push my motivation by joining some Draw This in Your Style challenges again, but the deadlines to some of them make me frustrated and demotivated so quickly, so I don't even start or try. For some, they work to break Artblock, but I think that only works if you have Artblock related to finding inspiration but wanting to create, rather than what I consider full Artblock. But what I enjoy a lot recently is jewelry making. Whenever I had the desire to create, but drawing and painting annoyed me too much, I would result in making other stuff like, well, jewelry. Because my desire to create is still there and can become unbearable at times. I really enjoy especially making necklaces right now. I always like DIY and making stuff myself, since there is a horrible lack of gothic jewelry on the market, or at least some that I really like. Just being creative in a different field of art is very relieving in a way. I make my own necklace beads from polymer clay since I cannot afford and don't want to buy tons of overpriced pre-made glass and plastic beads. But I also really adore making beaded rings with seed beads. They are at least a little more affordable and too small to make on your own. The rings feel just so nice, so comfy, especially in school since they are barely noticeable and a bit stretchy, so writing isn't restricted. I am actually thinking to make a video dedicated towards my goth lifestyle and just the whole DIY culture around it, but I don't know. We already saw that vlogging isn't exactly my cup of tea, so I don't know, I still have to think about it. I was also spending a lot of time at my art class project of building a miniature cafe, which was an experience. I am quite happy with the outcome, but building the furniture was hell. And fortunately, I like to torture myself, so it was also quite enjoyable in the end. Back in January, I started an acrylic painting of a Celtic angel that is still in progress and barely halfway done. Maybe its progress will also appear in future videos, who knows? But it's definitely a bigger project that will still take me some months, also due to its size. That is at least 4 times bigger than I usually work on. All in all, I am still trying to create, but in different ways than just portraits of women and watercolor and same face, same angle, making tasty stuff for the social media demand, just to bring back the versatility I used to have in my art. I know this video isn't exactly a how-to video with 10 hacks how to stop Artblock immediately, because that is rarely the long-term solution, let's be honest. But I still hope that some of the things I did mention here inspired you to try different things and maybe feel less alone. Or at least you enjoyed the watercolor process in the background. Who knows? I think the worst thing we artists could do during Artblock is to stop creating entirely. Our creations are, after all, a form of self-expression and expression of our feelings, and I believe that that's just so important. Just try to not stop creating. In my experience, once you let that go, you will have a hard time to find back into it. Find another field that sparks your joy, that makes you want to enjoy being creative again, whether or not that is just another medium, other motifs, or other fields of art like sculpting or pottery. I recently tried pottery for the first time in art class, and I fell in love. or something more quote-unquote abstract like jewelry making, sewing, doll making, whatever. As long as you don't lose the joy to create, I think any means in the mind of art are okay, I believe. As long as you don't hurt anybody. With that, I'm wishing you a lovely day or night. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, stay safe and stay hydrated.